Across the island, I've hidden clues. You will have to closely observe each other. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game. Any questions?
Halle Berry, that has a kick.
Oh my God, what happened? Holy sh!
Hi, I'm Berta from Cartelera, Spain.
Hello, good to meet you.
Part of the appeal of Knives Out was the homage and how it uses the tools of the genre. But this one is nothing like that. So you thought, okay, we have to do something different to carve our own way, or it was a need that came from the story?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of all of those things. It was important to me that the audience knew that this is going to be very different than the first one. And also, it served the story. But also, for me, there were still murder mystery references that this is paying homage to. There's an Agatha Christie adaptation, Evil Under the Sun, with Peter Ustinov that's set on a private resort that I love. There's a great movie called The Last of Sheila that Stephen Sondheim and Anthony Perkins co-wrote that is set in a similar setting. So the murder mystery set in a glamorous kind of vacation locale is something I wanted to pay homage to as well.
You aim to do an entertaining movie, but also put all the clues in there, and also reflecting on the crazy times that we're living in. Which one of those comes first, and how you prioritize it? All of that?
Yeah, it all kind of happens together, but the priority always has to be the entertainment. If audiences are not having a great time watching it, none of the other stuff will come through or matter. So for me, that's what we put the most work into, is making sure that audiences will have a really good time sitting there with their friends in the audience. And then hopefully all the other stuff will then come through as well.
There's some specific scenes about the pandemic and how we lived through that. How did you choose which one would appeal to everyone and resound with everyone? And did you toss some ideas?
There's lots and lots of ideas get tossed. Most ideas are bad and get tossed, so only a little bit gets in there. Well, I mean, it was. I wrote the movie in 2020 during the lockdown, and when I made the first movie, one of the things I decided was, this is a genre I really love, and what's exciting is setting it right now in the present moment and being very blatant about that. And so it would have seemed very strange to me to have this huge event we all went through and not have it in the movie. Try and do it with a very light touch, because it's a very serious thing that happened, and this is not a very serious movie. But I wanted it to be present in there to ground it in the present time for all of us.
Recently, you've confirmed that Benoit Blanc is gay, and that's something that shows in the movie. But were you afraid at some point that some of the audience might consider it queer baiting, maybe?
I didn't really think about it. I mean, to me, it was just a fact of the character, and the reality is, the reality is with these movies, it's a fact about who he is. It seemed like it made sense to Daniel and I. It seemed like something that fit very well into the fabric of the movie. And at the end of the day, these movies are they're not very sexual movies. They're not very much about with the detective in particular. He always is sort of at a distance from the human drama that's going on. And so, unlike in a film noir, for example, where it's about the detectives, it's about the detective being sexual or his masculinity or what have you. With this type of movie, he's always a little bit more of a reserve. So, to me, it just seemed like a very natural thing for Blanc.
I want to know about future projects for you. Knives Out, obviously, we want a third movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars, it's on the table.
Yeah.
You keep saying yes. I want it to be really bad.
It's schedule. It's all just schedule, I promise. No, with Star Wars, I still talk to Kathy Kennedy, and I had the time of my life making The Last Jedi, and putting it out and getting to experience, you know, the conversation with fans. It was just the most joyous thing I've ever done. So I'm still talking to her, and I really hope it happens soon. But at the same time, I'm also I'm most excited about making these right now. So we'll see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again if it covers their tracks.
You must be really great at clue hunting.
I'm very bad at dumb things. Ticking boxes, running around, searching all the rooms. It's just a terrible, terrible game.